Hello, and we are back. It is Monday night, and welcome back to the Man United agenda. And it is Manchester United.
It's
Tuesday. Oh God, Tuesday. There you go. Yeah, I'm so excited about the whole thing. Yeah, that's it. Tuesday, Monday, Tuesday. They're all rolling. But listen, guys. Retake. Round 2. Welcome to the Man United agenda, and it is Tuesday, and it is a happy feeling on the panels tonight of Manchester United 4, Liverpool 0. Yeah, so there you go. It is Happy Tuesday. Welcome along, everyone. Yes, everyone, welcome back. It is actually Tuesday. You know what the problem is? I don't really do a Tuesday night show. So it is a bit strange me being on here on a Tuesday night. But that's no excuse anyway. But guys, as always, welcome back to the Man United agenda. And I am solo and I'm joined by Mr. B. Welcome back, sir. Second day in a row. What's going on for me and you? We're back.
I'll be off tomorrow. Don't worry about that.
I'm off tomorrow as well. So yeah. Pat, as always, sir, welcome back.
Thanks very much, Solo. It's Tuesday.
It's going to be Tuesday. It's going to be a car crash, isn't it? Yeah, sun is shining. It's too hot. I'm actually hot at the moment. And as always, welcome back to the channel. Andy, how are you doing, sir?
Good evening, gentlemen. I'm good.
How you doing? You're good, yeah?
I'm good, mate, yeah. Bit therapeutic tonight.
It is. I think a lot of happy faces around, and it's quite hot outside. I've got to admit that for the first time in a long time, I am absolutely sweating. I've got one door open there, one open there, and the breeze is coming in, but it's almost not even touching me at all at the moment. I'm sweating. So, guys, if you're new to the channel, please hit that like, share, and subscribe button. Also, if you're not new to the channel, you also know we are doing a fantasy football as well. So make sure you tune into that fantasy football. I would give you some information for it, but unfortunately, the graphics has all disappeared. Just saying. We'll get it back up in a minute, guys. So, oh, it's there. Oh, wow. Okay, so that is the code for the Fantasy Football League, guys, if you have not yet joined it. So it's 1CZLY1. So please make sure you join us. And it is actually free of charge as well to join it. So there's no cost or anything like that. So, guys, we're going to kickstart the show. And we're going to be talking about Ten Hag's first game in charge at Manchester United, and he was out there in Bangkok. No pun, guys, with the joke. So let's not go there and say something we shouldn't. But what we can see from like the Manchester United lineup. So before we even go into it, guys, pre-season friendly. How much do you guys actually take away from pre-season friendly? Let's go to Andy.
I take away a little bit of optimism today. I enjoyed the one-touch football from midfield with Bruno interacting with Sancho, Martial, and Rashford. Good attacking pace. Midfield is as it was last season. Defence non-existent. You say you could drive a bus through there, and even with Liverpool B squad, they still drove through there. So I'd say, like you say, I would say pointers. Ten Hag was brutally honest at the end. He was brutally honest. He said a lot of mistakes, even though we played well, and it was good to see a fresh manager saying these things against players who have been hiding the last 6 months.
Yeah, I know. Obviously, conversation today with Pat. Pat, what are you taking away from this game at the moment? Going into it today, and obviously, Andy made some good point there. From most of the game I saw as well, it's the defense didn't look as solid. It looks like still there was mistakes in the game.
Yeah, look, we're all the same. We're trying to be positive about the game, because at the end of the day, we're after winning our first game in a while with a few goals. We don't get too carried away. we all know what happens with our preseason Pirlos and our Adam Januzajs and our Tom Cleverleys that look like they're going to be superstars when they come into a new season and you go running into brick walls. All right. But look, it was a good game. It was shaky at the start. We started off well. We looked like we were passing the ball around. We looked like we were a little bit confident. And then all of a sudden, they're right back. The young lad, my boy, came down the right-hand side and then cut us in half. And I was like, oh, no, is this what we're in for? He tested David De Gea straight away. And there was a couple of more incidents like that. That young lad, the Diaz, he came in on the left. He comes from the left and he cuts in on the right and he takes a shot and he cuts us in half. Just walking through it. Diogo Dalot looked like a passenger running beside him. It's the same old problems we had last year. I would have liked to see Diogo Dalot at least just run into him. Just throw your shoulder into him. Take him down. Do what Man City do. Give one of them tactical fouls away. Don't let him take the shot. But no, he doesn't. He lets him take the shot. But other than that, that was just the start of it. I don't want to put too much of a dampener on it straight away, but it was a good result. But it wasn't a great performance at the very start of the game.
Yep. Mr. B, what will you be taking away? Is there anything you want to take away from this game, pre-season friendly in that? And don't forget, it is a trophy. Liverpool count everything they win as a trophy.
Trophy I don't care about. Martial scored. Yeah, that's my statement.
End of.
That's my statement. I might be able to change my Twitter handle back. Martial looks very good today. I'm going to take away that maybe Martial, I'm hoping, dear God, that Martial finds some form under Ten Hag, because the situation at the moment, we're going to need a striker or another striker, because Ronnie's obviously, whether he is or he isn't, we're not going to know until that final, cut-off day, transfer-wise. But I'm just glad Martial scored. The pressing from the front, I was impressed with. I thought that looked organised. It was just the rest. Andy said it. The midfield is the same. I said you can't put tryhards. We can't have any tryhards in our team. We need ballers. You can only try hard up to a certain level. I think we need footballers in the team. So look, it's early. Absolutely delighted that we dicked him 4-0. Let's be honest, if they had done us 4-0, we would have had a whole load of them on the channel talking their shit about it. Just carries on from this. They put 9 goals past us last season. So even if it's just a confidence boost until the next game, we've got Melbourne, Perth or Melbourne, whoever we're playing next. It's progression. My issue, again, is obviously defence. We did look very shaky, but as time goes on, hopefully 2 weeks, he's only been there 2 weeks, and we all noticed a difference in the way that the ball was moved, especially 1-2 touch further up the pitch. So there's a lot. At least now we've seen the videos. Everybody's seen the videos. We were able to see things in practice today. Everybody's now looking forward to the next game. So if I can pull a sickie, I'll be honest. I'll be honest, bro. If I can pull a sickie on the day, I know my boss doesn't watch. He has no interest in the Man United, so that's fine. I can say that on here. And if I can pull a sickie, I'm going to take the day off. I'm going to take the day off and sit down with a proper bag, nice and early in the afternoon.
Brilliant, Mr. B. If you can give your boy Martial a sort of some props. What about my boy Fred today?
Who's that?
Fred. Fred,
no,
the one, the Fred, the real passport Fred was out today. He was there.
What I will say is, if Fred doesn't have to play defensive midfield at all, if he's a box to box, we don't have an issue with Fred, because even under Ralph, you saw us so. I mean, look, you know me, you know what I call both of them together, but Fred for the last part of the season. All right, maybe his level's not that high, but he was a lot better than he was under Ollie. So hopefully the manager who's telling him what to do, I mean, look, he scored a chip with his right foot. He's never going to do that again, but we'll take it for the first
never
game.
Say never. Never say never, Mr. B.
Okay, then. If he does it again, I'll give you £50.
Oh, thank you. Andy, more drinks for us, yeah? You heard that, yeah?
Yeah,
That's for the
I'm
end of the
always
season.
to that. I'm a witness to that, yeah.
Yep, we all witnesses. When he don't pay the money up, I'll be messaging everyone. Remember when Mr. B said, clip it, everyone, clip it, clip it. So we're going to go a bit more in depth of the team today. Obviously, starting lineup, you had De Gea in goal, Shaw, Lindelof, Veron, Dalot, Fred and Scott there. Guys, when we go in, I don't know if some of you guys saw the training drill with Scott, but let's start with Scott first. Can Scott, I know you said it earlier, Pat, about you don't think Scott should be playing against like the more physical team rather than sort of the Liverpool of the world and things like that. But don't you think it's something that he can be coach, Andy, and get better at Manchester United rather than give him the opportunity, because it's a brand new start. So if everyone's having the opportunity, don't you think it should be a clean slate?
Oh, it's a very good question. Some players, yes. Some players, no. But yeah, if you learn quick, you develop quick. You can agile quick and use your environment and better surroundings. You become a better footballer. So yeah. It's going to be, I say, the 2 weeks made a difference. You could see it on the pitch today. And I want to see any player in any position doing well and promoting, like I say, youth and the players who are in that lineup today. And I just want to see improvement. And there was improvement.
Yeah. Again, Pat, first sort of 10 minutes, Manchester United obviously came out the blocks quite quickly as well. For me, watching the first 10 minutes, it just reminds me when I've watched Ajax. I've not watched Ajax until I know Ten Hag was linked to come to Manchester United. But the first sort of 10 minutes, the how they played football and how they pressed the team as well, and how sort of they try to control it. And we look at the first goal where how Jadon Sancho took that goal, the build up to it as well. That's almost like what Andy just said. It's only been 2 weeks, but you can see slight improvements.
Yeah. You can see the Eric Ten Hag style being implemented. If you watch the game again, what you see is, and what I've noticed, and I'm sure the formation has changed throughout the game, and it's not exactly what I just said now, but it looks like we were playing the high press, and it almost like we changed our formation, 2 at the back, this is on the attack now, 2-4-4, where the 2 wing backs pushed right up into the midfield, and we had 4 in the middle and 4 up front, and the pressure we were putting on them was excellent, because once we went out to the right-hand side, it was like we had 3 players on the inside every time. He was waiting on the ball. Now, Sancho crossed the ball in once or twice, and Rashford was in the end of it. Look, it didn't work out for him, but I just feel Marcus Rashford just needs that 1 goal. If he gets that 1 goal, he'll get that confidence and he'll keep going. Look at the difference 1 game has made to Anthony Martial. I was looking at that man, and then all I could say today was, who is that number 9? He was excellent. He looked confident. He just looked so. At one stage, he was holding the ball up against Gomez, and he just shrugged him off and passed the ball. That's confidence. That's not a man who's lacking confidence. So whatever break he's had since he came back to Seville, whatever Eric Ten Hag is whispering in his ear, it's gold dust to me, because he has him walking a couple of feet taller at the moment, and a couple of the players look like that as well. The likes of Rashford just need to go. There's a few more I'll elaborate later on that I say played today but didn't play as well as he should have.
And Mr. B, I am going to always go back to Scott, because I think he's one player that obviously the combination, a lot of people criticize the combination between him and Fred. Now, is it a case that we need to obviously look for alternatives, or do you think Ten Hag can sort of change the sort of system how we play football to suit him as a footballer, for him to get the best out of him, basically, for Manchester United?
He doesn't have the ability. He doesn't have the techers. He doesn't have. That's why he's good. That's why he's breaking his neck to go and get De Jong. De Jong, he doesn't have to train to play into position. He knows De Jong's got everything that he wants to play that specific role. So I'll be honest. Once De Jong comes in, I can't see McTominay playing too much games, even if we don't. But I'm trying to think about who we can play as. We say a CDM, but I think we do need somebody who's going to sit. And I just don't think McTominay's going to have it. Even if he's trained, his ceiling is only this. His ceiling is only a certain level. I think we need somebody who will reach that ceiling and expand a little bit more. I just think that his ceiling's too low to play in all fairness solo.
Yeah. So Andy, I'm going to come to you again. David De Gea, I'm going to go from the back now because I thought David De Gea as well today. A lot of people and a lot of fans say that he might not be able to fit into the Ten Hag system. Again, I didn't see the full 90 minutes, but from what I saw of the game, he was able to almost like pass the ball from out the back. So is it a case now where we've got to, as fans, just sit there and back De Gea because he's capable of it. He can be taught how to do it.
Oh, yeah. I mean, like I say, I watched it today at the paddock, and he commanded his box pretty well. Even though wasn't shouting, he made some good saves, made a lot of blocks and that. Yeah, and I think De Gea is adaptable, and I think he is willing to learn. He has to learn, and he's the only one player who's brutally honest with himself. And he said he's not been good enough, and he's willing to improve. He's willing to learn. He's willing to take on guidance and information. And is it tactical analysis, goalkeeping, coaching? So I'm sure that he'll blend in. We might get a new goalkeeper next summer. Who knows? But it is what it is. We've got. He's the number one. Even the reserve who came on today. What was he called? He played well. Second half.
Heaton.
Yeah, they made a cracky save from Nunes. Cracky save from Nunes. So what a waste of money he is. So, you know what I mean? And his Sky's one. His Sky's one as well. Get off. God, so glad we didn't buy him. But yeah, I think the head is willing to learn. And they say, but you need the others in front of you to learn. And that's what we're going to see with this defence.
Yeah. And Pat, again, I'm going to come to you because I want to go to Mr. B. And it's a shame Omondi is not on this panel tonight because he's one of the one person on the panel who don't think De Gea will fit in the system. Pat, De Gea fit in the Ten Hag system. At the moment, I'm happy. I've always been happy with De Gea anyway. I think he's Man United number one. He's been Man United number one. And even though with the Henderson sniffing around, he will, in my opinion, will always be United's number one. So do you now think we need to get on side with De Gea?
Yeah, I've no doubt in my mind that David De Gea will adapt to whatever system he's asked to be done. He's a seasoned pro now, and if Eric Ten Hag asked him to do something, he'll do it. And if I remember rightly, it was Eric Steele who brought him in for his long range and ball capabilities. So I'd like to think that he can adapt, and maybe he just needs the right training. And sorry, I just saw the super chat coming in from Vincent there. Put me off.
It's from your head. Vincent Demes, welcome. Thank you for the super chat, bro. Eric Ten Hag has never played with a classic CDM. Instead, a double pivot which conducts the movement and the press of the entire team. Okay, so you're telling me that McTominay can just don't tell me that you're telling me that McTominay can play next to De Jong in that.
Right. I'm going to ask Andy this. I'm going to ask Andy this one. Andy, can he play alongside him?
Who, McTominay?
Yeah.
No.
Thank you.
I say something like that.
No.
Yeah.
I see Scott McTominay, the sort like a Darren Fletcher type, in and out, playing in games. He can do a job. He can't complete a full season. We've seen it last year. Too predictable, easy to play against. Even managers opposing manager is saying, I don't have to tell you what to do. The players know what to do from opposing teams. So it was predictable to play against, but no, we can't. He's going to be just a squad player this season, and he's going to have to accept it.
I know Pat wants to come and say something, but before I come to Pat, you said like Darren Fletcher. Darren Fletcher, Scott can't even lace Darren Fletcher's boots, yeah? Just remember that.
But he's sort of that mould. He's sort of that mould. He'll do a job in a game where we say, like you say, Carabao Cup, Europa League. And we're going to say we're going to need. We've lost players now. And we're going to need every game, every playoff, every game available. If you want to play a part, that's fine. If you don't want to play, you start sulking. Well, there's the door. And I'm sure McTominay he is willing to learn and be just a squad player.
Yeah, Pat, you were going to say something.
Yeah, the difference between Darren Fletcher and Scott McTominay is, and the reason Roy Ferguson loved Darren Fletcher is, like, 1 minute you can see Darren Fletcher in the midfield winning the ball, and then he passed it out to the right or the left, and the next minute you'd see him in the box trying to get on the end of a shot, and then before you know it, the goalkeeper would be kicking her out, and Darren Fletcher would be back in their box trying to retrieve the ball again. That was the difference between Darren Fletcher. He had the ability in him to get stuck in, but he was another Ji-Sung Park. He'd be up and down that pitch. So Scott McTominay has to work on them aspects instead of just tippy-tapping around the midfield with Fred. Now, one thing I did notice about the game today, when I was watching it, I had a bit of the smell of last season when you were watching Fred and McTominay in the midfield. And it wasn't until I saw Charlie Savage and Zidane Iqbal came on the second half, and them two young fellas, they just looked more calm and composed on the ball. They were passing it amongst each other. They were turning, they were moving, they were hitting the ball forward, they were playing it back. They were only kids in comparison. And all of a sudden, I enjoyed. I think they came on just after half time. I think it was like the 47th minute or something. And I enjoyed the second half watching them two. And them two played against a Liverpool side that everybody's saying, oh, you bet a pre-season friendly side that was full of kids. Let's not be fooled here. Liverpool made 19 substitutes today. We only made 10. Our second half was flooded with nothing but newbies and kids. And I thought they played very well today. Now, I know it's only a pre-season friendly, but if I was Zidane Iqbal and Charlie Savage, I'd be going home with my head held high because I thought they were excellent today. And Fred McTominay will want to take a leaf out of their book.
So, again, I'm going to come to you there, Mr. B, with obviously the performance of Scott. I know, again, you don't want to call them what we call them on the channel. I don't call them that because obviously I say to myself all the time, they come as a pair together. But for Man United, going into the friendly again, I'm going to go back to, we today, we controlled majority of the game, apart from obviously second half where Liverpool, when they brought out their stronger sort of team to us.
Yeah. Sorry, was that a question?
That was a question, but you know my question's like already, Mr. B.
Jesus Christ, Solo, man. Flipping heck, I was waiting for the
punchline.
Yeah, I was waiting for the
You're not getting the punchline.
You just stop talking like your mic muted. You're gonna have to do that again, bruv. Sorry.
All right, let me okay. I'll break it down. I'll come back to that one because I've got that one written down. I'll ask the whole panel at the end of it then. Yeah. So let's start with you then. Let's go to Lindelof last season. I thought last season Lindelof was probably, out of both Harry Maguire and Lindelof, he was probably the best defender we had last season. Again, performance-wise today, what did you make of his performance today?
It was okay. They were just okay. I see, the thing is, you can't, because it's a preseason friendly, I don't think you can, and it's our first one. I don't think scoring, giving players marks and rating them, because guess what? The next game, McTominay could have an absolute belt and Martial could stink. So right now, I think it's more about the fact that they enjoyed playing. They look like they all enjoyed playing. They're trying to get used to the system, and they're trying to bed into what Ten Hag wants for the club. So marking them, he was okay. Everybody, listen, the season's fresh. I don't have any animosity to anybody. That includes Maguire. That includes Fred. You know what I'm like, man. I've fallen back in love with my team again, man. So it's probably going to hurt more when we start taking licks earlier on in the season. But towards the end of the season, you were numb. You were just numb to the whole bullshit. Now there's that level of excitement.
£5.
Oh.
See, Andy, he does it without even realizing.
So yeah, no, I'm not gonna. I would give everybody a 7.5 today. That includes all the goal scorers. That includes the subs. That includes everybody. I'm just glad that they've gone out there and they've put a smile on our faces, man.
Yeah. Again, going back, Lindelof, I spoke to Mr. B about. Andy, what did you make of his performance as well today? Because obviously Ten Hag is looking for, well, we think he's looking for a centre-back. I don't think we're going to get a centre-back. But do you think him and Maguire this season could be a lot more solid compared to last season?
Oh, that's a $64 million question, isn't it? It really is. I mean, how long's a piece of string? He played okay today. He played okay. That's all I can say. And until like I say, Maguire will play Friday in the next game, you'll see them together in these pre-season friendlies, and you'll get an idea of what's going to be that back four for the first Brighton game. He'll have ideas. I'm sure he's already thinking ahead, planning for that Brighton game privately, but he's thinking for Friday now. Harry Maguire was training alone this week as well, wasn't it?
Yes.
So he wasn't with the main squad. He's picking up to fitness because he's a week behind. But Lindelof played well today, and he wasn't brilliant, but he wasn't bad either. So he was just Lindelof, like the chocolate, nice, just nice. Having a bite, that's it. Lindelof chocolate.
Oh, brilliant. Thank you very much for half time. Only 3 minutes. What's this? Right. Mr. B, how you look for reading the comments out, or shall I give it to Pat if I highlight them?
I've got them. Highlight them.
Yeah. Shall
I
highlight
highlight them? Yeah. Emma K, we see ya. G, I'm not even going to say that. Welcome, bruv. We see you as well. Gamer, we see you. Ant Project, as always. Bart, we see you. But right now, look, you've got nothing to talk about. Your team lost 4-0. Accept it and move on. Yeah. Box, we see you as always. Vincent, thank you. Avad, we see you. Bath time, as always. JR, we see you in there as well.
One second, Mr. B. I'm going to interrupt you. I'm going to interrupt because there are some good comments on here. I'm going to probably highlight them and get Rebel, because my eyesight and your eyesight, we're terrible. We're terrible.
You mean Pat?
Pat, sorry, I'm saying Rebel. Rebel is in the background though. Don't worry about that.
Do you want me to read out the comments? Yeah.
Yeah, go on, please. Because your eyesight's better than ours.
Emma K, what did I say? Fred.
There you go. She's with me.
What needs to change in the squad? Come from G-Pang.
Okay.
G-Pang.
Let's go.
Sorry if I just killed your name off there.
Sorry. Do this now. Let's go to Andy.
5 players.
What is it? What's the thing? What needs
to change in the squad?
What needs to change in the squad?
We just touched on it there about the midfield, pretty much, wasn't it? And
are you lot just all blaming the midfield?
Look, lads, I watched that game today, and Victor Lindelof, right, and Varane side by side. He's like Victor Too Soft. That's his name for me. I'd love to go over and grab him by the scruff of the neck. He's probably 6'4" and towering over me. And I'm saying, come on, you big oaf. Will you just grow a spine and get stuck into people? They swapped out Varane and Lindelof for Telles, a left back, a centre back, with Eric Bailey. And I enjoyed the last 40 minutes. One, because Eric Bailey's a liability and he kicks everybody and runs into everybody. I think he even ran Andy Robertson out onto the touchline at one stage. Okay. But what I liked about the two of them there is they had that little bit of fear factor. They weren't afraid to stick the boot in. When United were on the break, they pulled in tight as a 3-man defence. I know that Telles or Bailey broke forward with the ball. That's how we got the was it the 4th goal or the 3rd goal? It was pretty much all Eric Bailey breaking forward with the ball.
The 4th goal, that
was.
4th
goal.
Yeah.
4th goal.
And that was the difference between the defence in the first half and the second half. They looked like they had a bit more bite about them. And that was the difference. Nobody feared coming to Old Trafford last year because they just felt like they'd storm over Victor Lindelof and Harry Maguire. But when I watched that second half with Bailey, and even though it was Telles, a left-sided defender playing in centre half, I enjoyed it, and they got stuck in. And that's what we all want to see. It's just our defenders getting stuck in. And Lindelof just looks like a stiff breeze would knock him over at times. He drives me up the wall.
Yeah. Okay, I'm getting strict instruction on here at the moment. So
okay.
Sorry, let's go to some of these comments. Sorry, the comments gone right down the bottom.
All right, just got to say, it'll be good to see how these players play when they're really tested. but a good win for the confidence today. That's from Eddie's Football Waffle.
Yep.
And
Emma.
McKay, I'm absolutely having a blast after this game. Please don't be negative, guys.
No, never. We won.
We have to start
No,
somewhere.
that might be negative today when we've talked
No, not that.
Yeah, exactly. There ain't no negativity today, Emma, I tell you.
Bad time with Vaughan. The team press was dreadful, but the defending in the block was aggressive and well structured. We have to agree with that.
Does he think the forward person?
He did.
Yeah, box as well.
Robbie Savage looked good. Okay. He must have got his hair done, did he?
What's that?
Our glorified Liverpool fan, Bart, is a serious fan. Glad that Man United's perfect fourth team beat up Liverpool's third choice defence. That's good to know, even though he's made 19 substitutes. I hope you watched the whole game, where you must have turned it off after you got beaten 2-0. Bad time with Vaughan. I thought the defence was okay, but it was so much more compact but normal. But it was really weird to see both Lindelof and Delo coming to head the ball over Varane. Yeah, that was true.
This is our Dutch Vincent.
Our Dutch guru he is. From a Dutch footballing perspective, you can really see why Erik ten Hag needs Frankie de Jong. True.
Agreed.
Richard Herbert. Hello, everyone. How you doing, Richard?
We got Rich.
Hello, Richard.
Advad Sahi. He's too simple, really, to change him. He's not of United standards. He's always going to be in the squad player, playing box to box. He must be talking about
yes, he is talking about Scott.
Yeah.
What's this? I've gone well past it. Listen, sorry guys, there's loads of comments out here, and I'm trying to maneuver stuff, and I can't maneuver what I'm doing because Monday normally controls this as we're going through it. So we've got Jordan. So who is this?
Joan of Arc says, I'm in shock. Wow. Oh, I think we all are.
You've got to pinch yourself, don't you? Okay.
Joan, don't worry. This is only the start. I think we will be shocking quite a few people this year. So no, you know what? Shut up, Mr. B. Actually, no. I'll keep my mouth stum. No, it's not okay. It's not okay, because when you start getting like that and feeling that you're there, then that's when you get the slap in the face.
You get criticised if you're happy. Get criticised if you're miserable.
What can we do?
Your iPad can't win at the moment.
Oh God. Where are we looking? We got a couple of newbies. Hold on 1 second. Is it me getting trolled?
Hasty Gamer, right. Solo with McFred control for these comments.
Yeah, I know. Tell me about it. I'm controlling it tonight. Rich Sports in the building.
Rich Sports. No frenzy.
No friendlies versus B.
Dan is in the building. Dale's in the building.
Dale Griffiths. Are we concerned that if Maguire comes back into the first team and we lose, he'll be the scapegoat again?
Andy?
I don't know. We'll be concerned. It's pre-season friendlies. The decision's been made now. I'm not happy about it. He's captain. We have to accept it. But if you balls up, Harry, there's a world of pain. There is a world of pain coming your way, mate. I'm telling you.
If he goes sliding around the pitch with his hands over his ears.
Is Christian new? I think he might be new.
Christian David Rodriguez, Jaden CR7, Anthony Marshall, Diallo, Van der Beek, and Sedan. God Bailey's beast.
Yeah. So, guys, sorry, we haven't gone through every single comments. I think we've read out one from probably everyone. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. If you're not new to the channel, just hit the like button, guys. And remember, join the fantasy football as well. If you haven't yet joined it, apparently it's going to be me that's doing the forfeit, because I believe I might come bottom.
Have confidence. Have faith in your opponent.
I have no faith in myself. Trust me when I tell you that. And no stupid things as well, guys. Make it a bit nice for me. I like nice and simple things. So for us, we're going to move on next, guys, to the next topic. We will be talking about, obviously, we've gone through a bit about Martial. We spoke a bit about Anthony. We've gone through Rashford, Martial. Jadon Sancho, guys. I've tipped him to become my player of the season. What did you make of his first half performance?
That's a big call.
Yeah, yeah, he's going to be my player this season. I honestly believe he will be. There's a lot of scrutiny around him from other so-called rival fans, and you've got to give someone the opportunity in the Premier League. They've been away from Premier League for a long time, and you in sort of spells you can see what he's capable of doing. And today you did see what he's capable of doing. Andy, do you echo my thoughts?
Yeah, I thought he played well first half. Really played well, interacting, like I say, one-touch football. And he came, like I say, that's the sort of goal he would score in the Bundesliga. That sort of movement, like I say, hanging around the box. If anything ricochets and comes to him. Yeah, I thought he played well the first half. And it can only promise and give him confidence and help the lad. That's all you can ask for.
Yeah. Big call you said there, Mr. B. Big call. It is a big call. And you know what? This is where I was saying, if Ronaldo leave Manchester United, I think we can cope without Ronaldo, and I honestly don't think we need a striker.
Don't listen.
Wait, let me finish my story first.
No, mate. No.
Let me finish. Let me finish.
For Monday.
I am gonna let you finish. Go on, sorry.
Let me finish, yeah. Today, a certain spell of the game is the interchange. When you see Martial and Rashford keep interchanging with each other, that will confuse defense. And I think it can work. Ferguson did it years ago as well, when we had Nani, Ronaldo, and Rooney. Yes, we know. We know the levels, but that was when Ferguson era. We're talking about the new Man United era, where we've got Ten Hag in to try and build a team right now.
Okay, I'm going to keep mine short. There's no way on God's green earth our team is better without Cristiano Ronaldo in it.
No, I'm not saying it's better without him, but I'm saying if we do not go and get a striker, could we, I think it would work.
Do what?
I think it would work.
What? For how much games, bruv? Come on, man.
Stay fit, man. You got to stay fit. And it's a long season, mate. You can't keep playing week in, week out. And we haven't got no replacement for Sancho. If he was injured, suspended, or anything else.
I really enjoyed that football game today, lads. And the fact that I'm trying to save you here, Solo, right? But the fact that them balls came in from the left and the right, and at times it came in from the right from Martial, sometimes it came in from Sancho. And all it took was that when it was crossed across the box, all it took was that one touch from somebody. Now we've seen the likes of Rashford. I know we didn't score. But if we have Cristiano Ronaldo standing in that box and he gets one touch, you know where that ball is going. It's going straight into the back of that net every time. So that's why you want that man standing there all the time. And you want him.
But does that man want to stand there? That's what we got to ask ourselves.
Don't believe that press.
I'm not. Listen. You until the season kick off. I'm holding my breath right now until this season kick off. When I see Ronaldo step out the first game of this season, then I'll be like,
brilliant. Yeah, we all will, Solo.
But at the moment, I'm just saying, playing devil advocate here.
Don't do that on this show. There's no devil's advocate on here, bro. There's no devil's advocate. We're not better without Ronaldo. Wash your mouth out and get those thoughts completely out of your head.
And while we're talking about washing out mouths, did you see the look that Eric Ten Hag gave Fred today when he chipped that ball into the box? I can tell you it wasn't the Cheshire Cat. Go back and look later on. He was the only man not smiling. You better watch out, Fred. He was poker face. It was more angry than happy.
Yeah. I'm going to come on to Ten Hag as well, because there is he was very animated, which for me, as a Man United manager, that's what I want to see more of compared to what we've been having over the last sort of few seasons. So before we do that, though, we're going to go on to the youngsters, because I probably would think, Pat, you probably watched the second half more when the substitution makes. So with it, you can give us a breakdown of who got substituted off, who came on, who came off.
Okay. So we're jumping to start with just Man United only, yeah?
Yes, yeah. I don't care about Liverpool, sorry to say.
That's grand. Yeah, thank God.
Andy, you're happy with that? Just United? We don't care about Liverpool?
Yeah, sorry, go for it.
Thanks, you led right into me joke, because you made so many substitutes I didn't want to go through them all. Look, 47th, 48th minute, just after the second half, Palestri came on for Sancho. Ahmad came on for Tony. Donny came on for Bruno. Savage came on for Fred. Zidane came on for Scott. Malacia came on for Shaw. Bailey came on for Varane. Tellez for Victor. And Aaron Wan-Bissaka for Dalot. We made 9 substitutes. We never made another substitute after that until the 68th minute, until Tom Heaton came on. At this stage, in the 60th minute, Liverpool had made a further 9 substitutes, bringing on all of the top guns: Salah, Fabinho, Van Dijk, Keita, Nunes. They brought on a few of them that I'm not even going to try and pronounce their names. At this stage, we were already 3-0 up when Liverpool brought on their top guns. So we were that young squad held Liverpool out from the 47th minute until they brought up all of their top players. And then we continued on until the 76th minute, until young Palestri came on. And he scuffed his first chance in front of goal. But Diallo came down the right, crossed it in, straight to Palestri's feet, and he put it in. And you know what? The two of them looked so young up front in Ahmad and Palestri, but I was delighted for the two of them. They look they still look very raw, the two of them, but there's no doubt in their ability. One thing I'll say about the second half, about one player that I didn't give props to in the first half, since we're talking about substitutes, is Diogo Dalot. He done a fantastic overlap there today, and he cracked the ball off the post. So I want to see more of that. We haven't been seeing enough of that. So just while we're talking about substitutes, I wanted to give Diogo a bit of props before we move on.
Andy, you're going to say something there?
Yeah, I think what was it? Oh, I forgot his name again. I'm hopeless today. I can't hear it. Ahmad. I think he needs to beef up a bit. He got pushed and it's a very physical game. And I think he's going to be part of this squad. He just needs to, I know he's small, but he's full of energy and he's full of goodness. But he just needs to be a bit more physical. Get a bit of beef on him, and I think he'll be all right. It was good to see him today, because he went to Rangers and basically scored on his debut, and he was quiet ever since. And he got bullied about in the Scottish Premier League playing for Rangers. But I want to see Ahmed more. I really enjoyed watching him today.
Yeah, Mr. B, Ahmad, about beefing up. I think you guys are right with it. Could it be a case of, does anyone know, we're going back to history and the Ferguson era, when Patrice Evra first came to England and played for Man United against Man City, and he got absolutely bullied. And what did Ferguson do? Garden leave, and he was in the gym, and that was it. A couple of months later, he came back, total different player.
I don't know how much beefing up he's going to do. He's 5 foot. God bless him. He's 5'5", 5'6".
So he's taller than you, Mr. B.
Do you know what? What you need to do? So you
put your hand over the swear jar quickly.
I said that was good. All I thought was, oh no, Friday, bro. So no, you know what? No, it's I don't know how much beefing up he can do, to be honest. But saying that, if he's got the talent, Ten Hag is the one manager out there. Well, there's more than one, but I think we've got the right manager to find a position for him to play. I think it's going to be on the right. I really do believe it's going to be on the right. But Ten Hag will work on something. We've got a magician. We've got a magician in the ranks at the moment. So I think if we just hold fire, Ahmad, there's talent there. It's just for Ten Hag to get it out of him.
Yeah, so, his only bit of talent was his goal against AC Milan. I mean, wow. He's got the technical ability to do it. And that was the only bit we seen. But it's like trying to open a treasure chest. It'll get cracked and it'll open. And we're all bare fruits. We will.
But again, Mr. B, it's almost like what you guys are saying here. So obviously, if Ahmed's going to play on the right, then he's back up for Jadon Sancho, because we know Sancho is going to be playing right, don't we? Well, he will be playing left, right, and then you've also got Rashford and Martial who will be fighting for that place if Ronaldo does stay at Man United.
I just want the transfer window to be done. I can't speculate on who's going to be here, who's not going to be here. I just want a squad of players where we don't have to be relying on, if Rashford's form sucks or if Martial's form sucks, we don't have to be relying on them to get themselves out of form. Get somebody else in there to take their place. If they're not up for the job, sit down on the bench and wait your turn. That's what I'm hoping. That they've got the self-desire now to go out there and hold down their space. Yeah, Rashford, Sancho's mate off the field. But you see that Manchester United team, if Sancho is the one keeping Rashford out, fuck Rashford. That's what I want. I want them to be selfish. Right now, we're going to talk about, I want them to be ruthless and what's Maggie's other word? That's
ruthless,
the one. Ruthless,
aggressive.
Yeah. I want them to have that internally so that when they take their position in that team, they don't want to let it go.
Oh, yeah. I think Stone Cold Dustin was using an abbreviation. SOB. We need a couple of them in the ranks. We need we really need a couple of them in that squad, and I'm sure we'll get them.
Yeah, and for me again, I know Mr. B, you're saying like Sancho and they're friends, but you got to remember like Lee Sharp and also Ryan Giggs as well. I know that they play opposite position and things like that, but again, that was a bond. That was a really good friendship they had at Man United. So it almost like kept them together. It kept them in that sort of mold, that sort of spirit together. Again, I looked at Man United and I'm looking at the preseason training. I'm looking at the guys. They got a smile on their face. When last did you see Martial smile? Martial scored to them, smiled. He scored and smiled. You know, look at Mr. B. He was doing like the Chechen.
You know what? Honestly, I swear to God, Errol, you know my feelings on this guy, man. And if he does anything, I said I posted something in the group the other day about the stats. Those stats were Martial's stats 3 years ago. So there's a player in there, and I'm just hoping to God that Ten Hag can take it out.
Yeah. That goal today, it was reminiscent. I've said this on Paddock. If you remember, we was playing Norwich away, and him and Rashford interlinked, and he drew the keeper and he just dinked it over him to make it 3-1. Yeah. That's the type of goal. That is the same type of goal. Through on a keeper, drawing him out and chipping him. So, like I say, he's there. He's got the ability, and it can only be better for everybody. I know Adam McCall would be absolutely on the rave tonight after seeing Mark. Absolutely be on the rave. He'd be on the lashing bank in Thailand. He will.
We said it ourselves amongst us. When was the last time Anthony Martial played well underneath a Dutch coach? He's got one game underneath a Dutch coach, and he has us all smiling again. I'm telling you, lads, I really hope this is going to be the year of Anthony Martial to come back, because we're all fingers crossed. And I've big fingers crossed for Jadon Sancho and Marcus Rashford, because both of their confidence was knocked last year after having a third of time being under form and missing penalties for England. So this year is going to be better for them as well. Now, just want to give a shout out for young Thuram Malacia. He done okay when he came on today, but he got a rude awakening when he lost the ball. And the only thing he done right was he reclaimed it straight away, and he done a good job of it. He's like another Aaron Wan-Bissaka for reclaiming that ball, and he reclaimed it well. So I hope he knows he got out of jail free today, and he'd want to watch out for that and don't do that again. You know.
So, guys, quick one. I'm going to go into Erik Ten Hag, and I'm going to come to Andy first. What do you think, believe, and see of his performance as a manager? Because, like I said earlier, it's been a long time since we see a manager coming out their dugout and actually be out their dugout for probably, I would say, 8% of the games that Manchester United play, because Solskjaer didn't really do it. Jose didn't really do it. And again, for me, a manager, it's almost like when you go on the touchline, you're kicking the ball with the boys as well. You're with them rather than sitting watching a CCTV or TV or whatever. So what do you score? Well, let's go. What would you say Ten Hag done so differently compared to other managers?
Interacting. Basically, interacting. Trying to dictate the play from the touchline. Brutally honest. Happy as well as observant. Oh, I can see that problem. Fred's goal. Even though I didn't see the face, I'm shooting it like, whoa, that's a bad face. So I need to look at that. So it was a mixture of everything, emotion. So happy, positive, criticising. How can I work on it? How can I fix this? How can I fix that? Wow, 3-0 up against Liverpool. Yeah, and also, what is this trophy we're picking up? God, you look like a birthday cake.
You took
a
the word
birthday
down
cake.
my notes.
Look like a birthday cake.
Mr. B, I hope that in the trophy you're buying us for the fantasy league.
It looked like
No,
a door stopper.
No, listen, that you see the size of it, flipping it. I don't even think that would put in. I don't even think that would fit in my van. I'm telling you, massive, disgusting.
Oh, brilliant.
Had lights on it and everything.
Yeah, it did have something on it. Jesus.
It was only
But,
short of having the train. It was only short of having the train set on it. Was that big?
Yeah. Look like a space launch in the middle.
Oh, brilliant. But guys, no, I think again, like I think Pat said it earlier as well, the emotion that Ten Hag showed on his sideline today, it's very inspirational because he was up and down the touchline. When something went wrong, he came off his seat. He almost tried to rectify it with the players. He's almost like pointing at the players. And again, it's that poker face where he's got as well. When something, he reminds me like Pep Guardiola. Pep Guardiola will sort of, when something goes wrong on the pitch with any of the players, he just sits there and he folds his hands like this. And then all of a sudden he's there with it, sort of like trying to almost think, what's the next trick? What's the next move we need to do? And that's exactly what I saw Ten Hag sort of doing today with the players. And I think OMONDI says it all the time. The biggest signing Manchester United done this season is signing Erik Ten Hag. And I honestly believe it. But we just now need the board to back him as a manager.
He was out today. He was banging his hands. He was, don't forget the drills. Don't forget the drill. He wasn't giving out to them. He was just reiterating everything to them. This. Go, do this. And what I really liked about it today was when the game was over, he went over to Jurgen Klopp, poker face again, shook his hand. Van der Gaart went over to Ten Hag, shook his hands, and then he went over to Steve McLaren, and they're all keeping the straight face. And the only one who broke it was McLaren. He went over to Ten Hag, and he's like that. they were all trying to keep it cool, but McLaren was the only one who broke it. And he went, "That was good. That was good.
Yeah, that was good." No,
I said he got back and they picked up the cake trophy.
Yeah,
up across the room.
It is quite nice though, guys. Like, you know, we're on tonight, and for the first time in a long time, I think we all got a smile on our faces, and it really means so much, even though it's a preseason friendly. But we got to take sort of something away from this preseason game to the next one, and then see what the next one is going to bring up. Because if we can go into our games like this, because I predict us this season to finish probably about 7th, I think I predicted. So let's see if we can finish higher than that. So yeah, but guys, listen, we're going to go through some of the comments quickly. I've noticed what I've done here is I've highlighted some things as I'm doing it. So I'm in charge right now. So let's go to, from this one here, we're going to go, Pat.
Christian David Rodriguez, Palestri and Diallo connection was good. I think it was middle of Van de Beek, Zidane, and Fred Savage best defensively, and Bailey Malacia. So they're good defensively, basically. JR saying the midfield duo Savage and Iqbal looking great for the future. Watch out, McTominay.
Oops.
Emma K, I think Ahmad needs to beef up a bit more than he already have, and in the sense of standing his ground. But the beefing up needs to happen in the Prem.
Yeah.
Farquhar, Lion Trousers, the third. Evening, guys. Back in from work after a 13-hour day and teaching music to the future. And speaking out of the future, we didn't look too shabby, yeah?
Yeah. I'm trying to find Eddie is here.
Eddie Football Waffles, big up Eddie. Come on, guys. We see small players all the time, especially in Pep's team. It's about technique on the ball, which I think Ahmad may not have, but he has the pace.
Okay. I was going to read Fletcher's thing, but I'm not. I'm going to ignore him. He's horrible to me.
Colin O'Connor. The thing I liked about the second half today was the youth players out there didn't look out of place, even when Liverpool brought on the big guns, and I totally agree. Okay.
This one here.
Top dog. Didn't Bruno lob the wall and Martial in a game a few years back? That's obviously in talking about Fred's goal.
Yeah, and then the trophy.
JR, yeah, the trophy was a shocker. Hijacker, CR7 would never make a goal like Martial did today, pressing. That was some chip by Martial.
That was a chip by Martial goal today.
God. Yeah. I agree. Give the manager time and players. Yep, we all agree.
Yeah. And Stephen, I'm going to just read it. I'm just going to do your smiley face. Yeah, I know Lee Sharp and Ryan Giggs probably was a bad example because he got kicked out of Man United. Guys, if you're watching, 56 in the chat. If you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button. If you're not new, just give us a like, guys. You know the drill, what to do. At the moment, there's only 40 likes in it and 58 watching. So come on, guys, give us a bit more loving. So remember, also, there is the fantasy football as well. So make sure you join the gang. Make sure you get the opportunity to dish out the forfeit as well. So it's 1CZLY1. That's the code to join the Fantasy Football League. And we've got one more comment here.
Boys, Bad Bunny. Ten Hag.
Big up,
on fire,
welcome.
100%.
Big up, welcome to the channel, guys. Welcome. So, as always, what we're going to do is we are going to find out where we can find Andy, and make sure you go and check Andy out.
Yeah, I'm on Instagram at Andy_MUFC_Tate. And
Brilliant.
If you want to find me, I'm on TikTok as well. And TikTok's like fun. It's fun. It's just a giggle TikTok.
Yeah. And Andy, I do watch you on. I do follow you on TikTok as well. So I know it's fun on it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So guys, from us at the Man United Agenda, we will see you very soon at 8:30 p.m. Remember, I believe it'll be Rebel in the building tomorrow hosting. I honestly think it'll be Rebel. So, guys, from us, we're almost at the 2K subscriber mark, guys. So, please share, please like, please subscribe to the channel. Tell everyone about it. And we shall be back very soon. So, from us tonight, I'm Solo, Mr. B, Andy, and Pat. Have a lovely evening. Good night, everyone.
Good night.